Most people try to make marketing seem complicated, but there are only 4 basic elements you need to get good at. If you want customers for your product or business, here are the 4 things you need to do. Decide who you want as a target customer. Define what you want to tell them that makes them want to buy. Figure out how to reach them with your product or message through media, distribution channels, and other methods. And give them a reason to buy now. The more effective you can be with these 4 steps, the more successful you'll be with your product or business. Now, most people go after the ads and marketing techniques first before they define who exactly they want as a customer and what to say to these people. That's why so many ads and marketing fail. But solving this problem is easy. In this video, I'll show you 2 specific ways to solve this so your ads and marketing bring in a ton more customers without wasting your money on useless marketing. Hi, I'm James I. Bond. I'm one of the top marketing, management, and strategic planning consultants in the nation that focuses on both large companies and small companies. I was a past workshop chairman for SCORE, the resource partner of the U.S. Small Business Administration, and I'm the creator of 5-Minute Marketing, the only marketing program that takes the entire process of how you get new customers and breaks it down into 4 easy steps, defining who exactly you want as a customer, what you want to say to them, how to get your message to them, and how to get them to buy. In this video, I'd like to show you 2 powerful techniques everyone forgot to tell you. These are 2 ways to dramatically simplify how you win customers for your product or business. Did you ever wonder why some people seem to make a ton of money in business while everyone else is struggling? Well, I'm going to show you right here and right now 2 simple answers they forgot to tell you. Once I show you these, you're going to start noticing them everywhere, from huge companies like Disney, Apple, and McDonald's to small local successes are all doing this except you. Now here's a scene from the movie Planes, Trains, and Automobiles with Steve Martin and John Candy. In the scene, Steve Martin and John Candy find their car on the wrong side of the freeway, and people on the other side are trying to warn them. They're screaming out, "You're going the wrong way! You're going the wrong way!" John Candy looks over and says, "How do they know where we're going?" and just passes it off as a bunch of kooks. But they continue screaming, "You're going the wrong way!" And finally they realize they're on the wrong side of the freeway, heading towards 2 huge trucks. Now the message is very important. You're going the wrong way. I know where you're going. You want customers, but guess what? You're going the wrong way. Most people say that they want to find out how other businesses just like theirs are attracting customers. But if you do that, you're going the wrong way. Coke doesn't copy Pepsi. Apple doesn't copy Microsoft. Starbucks certainly doesn't copy other coffee shops. If you shadow other companies, all you'll ever be is a shadow of other companies. If Starbucks copied other coffee shops, they would only be a shadow of what they are today. Here's the problem. When you shadow other companies, you're going the wrong way. You don't want to go this way, copying other companies that are similar to yours. What you want to do is you want to go that way where the buyer is. You want to focus on your customers, but not how you might think. The first secret is you target a single type of customer. Now this might seem obvious, but for most people, this is the exact opposite of what they do. They try to win everyone. Why? Because they don't want to lose a single sale, and they're unsure who specifically they would focus on. But different people have totally different types of interests, tastes, and motivations. Look at the music industry. Hip-hop, rock, country. There's no station that plays hip-hop, rock, and country. Each station picks its own genre of hip-hop, rock, or country. If you wanted to win more customers, if you played hip-hop, rock, and country, you'd actually get fewer customers, not more. What you need to do is you need to select one, and then you get a dedicated audience. Yet in business, we do the exact opposite, and that's why most people struggle. Now this works for everyone, especially you. I don't care what kind of product or business you have. Even musician Kevin Alusela did this. He's a cellist and he's become a beatbox hip-hop cellist. Now what he's done is He may not be the best cellist on the planet, but because he's the first beatbox hip-hop cellist, he has a dedicated hip-hop audience. I'm telling you, this works for everyone. Jack Canfield, author of the blockbuster Chicken Soup for the Soul series of books, explains it this way. You've got women, but then you can focus on mothers. Then you can focus on single moms. Then you can focus on single Hispanic moms. Now, the segment you choose has to be large enough, but if you focus on a narrow, specific segment, it's much easier to sell. And one of the keys to his success with so many books that he's produced is that he focuses on very narrow segments, just as you can. Now, don't be fooled by the simplicity of this. I know an insurance guy who's doing fantastic by just focusing on construction-related companies. He ran his family's construction business before he got involved in insurance, so that was a natural for him because he knew so much about construction. But by focusing on a construction industry, he has a dedicated customer base, and it's really easy for him to pick up new clients. I have a stockbroker who's focusing on public school teachers, again, specializing on a narrow segment. Walmart focused on families with kids, and that's why they knocked the socks off Kmart and Sears, who continue to struggle. I know a dentist who focused just on one middle school and then even located his office right across the street from the school. I'm telling you, this works for everyone, and it gets you to spend less and win more and dedicated customers. And I'll bet you're not doing this type of narrow segmentation, and let me prove it. Answer this question. Who will never buy from you? Could you tell me 10 types of people who will never buy from you and why they'll never buy from you? The fact that you probably can't quickly list who specifically these people are is an indication that you're being too broad in who you're targeting, that you're targeting too many people who will never buy from you no matter how great your product or service is. Now answer this question. Who would kill to buy from you if they could only figure out how to find you? These are powerful questions that will get you to start understanding who specifically you want to target. If you try to sell everyone, you're going the wrong way. But most people have no clue which one to select, which leads me to the 2 tips I want to share with you. And these tips are going to change everything for you. First is selecting a single type of customer and going after just them. Then is selecting something specific this customer is already using and becoming the alternative to that. Let's start with selecting a single type of customer. If you're like most people, this is the exact opposite of what you're doing now. Most people are trying to sell everyone, but like hip-hop, rock, and country music, when you're choosing just one to focus on, you spend a lot less and suddenly everything becomes easier. Now here are a few examples of people who did this, who focused their entire business on a single type of person or business and suddenly became much more successful. Johnson's Baby Shampoo focused just on babies. A financial planner focused just on public school teachers and found it much easier to get clients than before when he was a generalist. Another financial planner focused just on construction companies, again with similar success. The Toyota Prius car focused just on people who want to help the environment. ABB Brown Boveri, a massive engineering company, had difficulty competing with companies like IBM, but then they decided to focus just on companies and countries needing electric power, and their growth became much easier. Today, they're the world's leader at supplying everything for building and running power plants. See how focusing on just one type of customer makes it much easier to win them. You could focus on something near your location. A restaurant I know focuses just on a nearby church's 2,000 members. They could just as easily have focused all their marketing on a nearby business or a school. Kinko's photocopy stores initially focused just on nearby college students and became wealthy beyond their wildest dreams as a result. You could focus on a specific organization. ABC Baking focused on the Girl Scouts and became so successful that today the Girl Scouts sell more than 175 million boxes of cookies a year. BK Sports is a small local business focusing just on local sports teams. They provide everything from uniforms to you name it and have built a huge success. So the first step in simplifying how you win more customers is targeting a single, narrowly defined type of person or business and selling just to them rather than trying to sell everyone. With 5-minute marketing, I show you in detail which one type of person or business to select. But whether you use my program or something else, you won't believe how much easier your life becomes when you select just one type of customer to go after. Now, the second of these power tips is selecting something specific this customer is already using and becoming the alternative to that. In other words, what have you chosen to compete with? Roberto Goizueta, Coca-Cola's famed CEO, got mad when someone gave him a report showing that Coke sales were way ahead of all of its competitors. "We are not competing with other soft drinks," he explained. "We are competing with water." Goizueta understood that positioning yourself as the alternative to something people are already using or doing makes it much easier to get more people to buy. So, what specifically is your customer currently using that you've chosen to compete with? These 2 tips of identifying a single type of customer to focus all your marketing on and then becoming the alternative to something specific this customer is already using are powerful ways to get way more customers in a much simpler way than most people realize. As you examine successful products and businesses, you'll start to recognize how many are successful because this is exactly what they're doing, while everyone else is struggling or just getting by. Unfortunately, the problem for most people is pretty basic. Most people have no idea who to focus on, what to say to them, or how to market just to them. And that's why my fast marketing programs for SCORE, the resource partner of the U.S. Small Business Administration, have been so popular with more than 2,000 people attending, often standing room only workshops. Now, people want to know a much easier way to win customers. And so many people have asked for an online version of these workshops. That's why 5-minute marketing was created. It's based on the fast marketing workshops, so you won't be going the wrong way. At the heart of this program are the 4 basic parts, where you identify who you want to go after, what you want to say to them, how you want to contact them, and how you're going to motivate them to act now. And that's it. 5-minute marketing shows you exactly which one target customer to select, what to say in your ads, website, flyers, talks, email, etc., so they want to buy from you. Then where to advertise and market so you get the most buyers with the lowest cost, and then how to motivate them to act now. Why struggle when this is so easy? Everything you need is in this online program. Plus, you get contact with our team and other marketers just like you through our emails and forums. You won't believe how easy this is. And to make sure you're not going the wrong way, it even comes with a 60-day money-back guarantee. You try this for up to 60 days. If this isn't the most immediately useful marketing program you have ever gone through, you let us know and we'll give you your money back. It's that easy. Act now and you'll also get 3 powerful bonuses. First, the top 10 techniques to accelerate your business. You've never seen anything like this in a marketing program anywhere. These are the actual tools and techniques that have turned hundreds of ordinary businesses into huge successes, often for little or no cost. These are easy to apply almost immediately to your product or business. Just one of these could transform your product or business into a real money-making machine, as it has for so many others. Second is the sample marketing campaigns. This is where you can eavesdrop on how dozens of other businesses attract and sell customers. These include strategies and techniques in 132 different categories, with loads of conventional and out-of-the-box ideas. Third is membership in the Great Marketing Club. This is where you get ongoing trainings, templates, and videos, and you can submit questions to our forums and case studies. Membership also includes the Marketing Grid, a 190-page marketing encyclopedia of everything from how to buy advertising to how to create effective brochures to internet marketing and more. Plus, you also get the Media and Methods checklist, where you can build a mini marketing plan simply by checking a few boxes on a page. So with 5-minute marketing, after just a couple of hours, you'll know who to target to get the highest, fastest results for your product or business, what to say so they want to buy from you, what media and methods to use to reach them so you get the highest impact at the lowest cost, how to motivate them to buy now, and how to put it all together into a complete system for bringing in your most valuable customers. If you want less hassle, less worry, greater income, and a simpler way to bring in customers, join the thousands of raving fans who simplified how they market. 5-Minute Marketing will show you exactly how to build the business you've always wanted. And the good news is currently we have a pre-launch special. Normally this is a $247 program, and with the bonuses it's a $400 value. But to help build our database, we're offering it for just $47. This is a limited offer, so you need to act now. Stop struggling when this is so easy. Enjoy better results starting today. If you're serious about winning new customers for your product or business, click the link below and get started today.